Welcome to the Explainer. I want you to picture this. You're stepping through the gleaming, heavy-duty doors of the most advanced, futuristic manufacturing plant on Earth. But, this isn't your ordinary factory. Instead of stamping out smartphones, cars, or computer chips, this place processes something entirely different. It produces pure mathematical outputs. Today, we're going to explore exactly how to run these mathematical machines. We'll take raw numbers, drop them onto digital conveyor belts, and watch them transform step by step. So that brings us to our core question for today. What actually happens when these mathematical machines start working together? Imagine raw numbers entering those belts, getting processed by one machine that squares them, passing directly to another that adds values, and then hitting a third that multiplies the whole batch. As you'll see, we're going to watch some incredibly powerful new functions emerge right before our eyes. Here's a quick look at our factory floor map for today's explainer. We'll start with a welcome to the factory, move to the basic assembly line, go over some crucial factory safety rules, check out the master assembly, look at shipping and real-world applications, and finish up with a rapid-fire quality assurance test. All right, let's jump right into Section 1, Welcome to the Factory. Let's do a super quick refresh. The absolute core concept you need to keep in mind is that a function is literally just a machine. You give it an input, and it produces exactly one output. No surprises. For example, if our machine is f of x equals x squared, and you toss the number 3 into the funnel, the machine cranks its gears and spits out exactly one result, a 9. It's simple, it's reliable, and totally predictable. Moving right along to Section 2, the basic assembly line. For our first two operations on the assembly line, we're looking at addition and subtraction. Now, imagine machine F is happily producing x squared, and machine G right next to it is producing 3x. For addition, we don't try to, smash the machines together. Nope. We simply collect both of their outputs into one big bin, giving us x squared plus 3x. Easy, right? For subtraction, we just remove the second output from the first, leaving us with x squared minus 3x. So your quick memory trick here, for addition and subtraction, just add or find the difference of the final outputs. Next up, the conveyor belts merge for multiplication. Instead of just neatly gathering the outputs side by side, this specific machine forcefully multiplies them together to create a much bigger product. If machine F outputs x squared and machine G outputs 3x, our new merged machine churns out 3x cubed. The memory trick? It's exactly what you'd expect, just find the product of the outputs. Now, division works in a really similar way, but kind of in reverse. It breaks things down by creating a quotient of the outputs. If we take our x squared and divide it by 3x, that simplifies nicely down to x over 3. But hang on a second. Whenever we divide things in math, you should be hearing massive alarm bells ringing in the background of our factory floor. Why? Because this machine comes with a very, very strict operational condition. Which brings us perfectly to Section 3, Factory Safety Rules. Okay, listen up, because this is absolutely crucial. The ultimate factory hazard when running the division machine is division by 0. Since it's mathematically impossible to divide by 0, it literally breaks the universe, you must always ensure that your denominator function, g of x, does not equal 0. This is a massive exam trap where students constantly drop points. So right out of the gate, officially declare your restrictions. Keep that safety rule in your back pocket. All right, let's head over to Section 4, the master assembly. This is it, the composition of functions. This is the real heavy hitter. Instead of running side by side on parallel belts, one machine is literally plugged directly into the other. The output of the first machine immediately becomes the raw input for the second machine. You'll typically see it written as an F with a little open circle, then a G of x. We pronounce this as F composed with G of x, or simply F after G. Your memory trick for this one? Think of it like mathematical inception. It's a machine inside a machine. I like to think of this as a highly coordinated step-by-step relay race. Let's walk through it. Step 1, our raw input enters machine G, which is programmed to square things, so out pops an x squared. Step 2, that x squared doesn't go into a shipping box. No, it gets handed directly like a baton into machine F. Step 3, machine F is programmed to just add 1 to whatever goes into it. Since x squared went in, x squared plus 1 comes out. Machine G finishes its job and hands the baton directly to machine F to get our final polished result. Let's look at where this all goes in Section 5, Shipping and the Real World.
Before we ship these out, the truly great news is that function operations follow many of the exact same rules as ordinary numbers. It makes complex calculations so much simpler to handle. They follow the commutative property, meaning for addition and multiplication, the order doesn't matter. They follow the associative property, so how you group them doesn't matter. And they follow the distributive property, perfectly mirroring the standard algebra you already know and love. And out in the real world, these function combinations are constantly interacting all around us. Think about your favorite food delivery app. One machine calculates the food cost, and another adds the delivery charge based on distance. That's a composition of functions right there. They power your banking software by subtracting tax and adding interest. They route your GPS navigation, and they're literally the foundation of artificial intelligence pipelines. It's all just functions feeding into functions. Okay, time to put on your hard hats for Section 6, Rapid Fire Quality Assurance.
Here is your very first challenge. Grab a mental notepad. Machine F is 2x plus 3. Machine G is x squared. Using the addition and subtraction rules we just covered, try to combine these two specific machines. What do you get when you add them, and what do you get when you subtract them? I'll give you a quick second to think it over.
Okay, let's check your work. For addition, if you simply added the outputs together to get x squared plus 2x plus 3, you nailed it perfectly. Great job. For subtraction, you just take machine F and minus machine G, leaving you with negative x squared plus 2x plus 3. Notice we just organized it with the highest exponent first to keep it neat, but the raw math is exactly the same, just collecting outputs.
Ready to level up? Here's the tougher test using the exact same machines. First, multiply them together to find the product. And then, for the big finale, find the composition F composed with G of x. Remember that relay race? You need to feed machine G directly inside machine F. Think you got it?
Let's see how you did. Outstanding work if you got these. For multiplication, you just distribute the x squared across 2x plus 3, giving you the product 2x cubed plus 3x squared. And for the composition, man, this is the fun one. You took the entire output of G, which is x squared, and you dropped it right into the x slot of machine F. So instead of 2 times x plus 3, it becomes 2 times x squared plus 3. A perfect machine inside a machine.
So to summarize our comprehensive factory tour today, just remember that these 5 operations allow multiple standalone function machines to work together to model really complex multi-stage processing systems. Addition combines them, subtraction finds differences, multiplication creates products, division creates quotients, while keeping a very close eye on that zero denominator, and composition seamlessly feeds one machine right into another. As you clock out and leave the function factory today, I want to leave you with a final provocative thought. If real-world systems are fundamentally just complex combinations of simple functions, consider every digital action you take today. When you scroll social media, when you order a coffee on an app, or when you use a map to get home. Ask yourself, what invisible mathematical machines are feeding into each other right beneath the surface to make it all happen? Keep that curiosity alive, everyone. Thanks for exploring with me, and keep observing the math running our world.